Hello everyone, and we have an interesting render here of the all-new Ford Fusion slash Mondeo Active. Now this is actually going to be sort of like a Subaru Outback competitor, taking the old Fusion sedan and kind of lifting it up and making it into a sportback, since Ford doesn't believe anyone in the United States wants to buy a sedan anymore. So I made this render particularly based off the old Ford Evo concept. If you guys remember this old concept that Ford used to have, Evos concept, it was this really cool, sleek, kind of fastback looking design. And what it did was it came back in 2011, and it previewed the design of the entirety of the last decade of Fords. So that includes the old Ford Fusion, the Mustang, and a few other Ford products, especially on the interior wise with the steering wheel and stuff. But the general shape of the car never really made it to production. But after looking at a lot of the leaked images and some of the new spy shots of the new Ford Fusion Active, it looks pretty similar in shape-wise to the old Ford Evos. So what I did was I took the Evos as a base and kind of added a whole bunch of stuff around it on top of it. I took the Evos and was trying to find pieces that looked similar to the leaked images and some of the test mules that were out. So I took bits from things like a Hyundai Kona with the headlights, which are pretty similar. So it has that split headlight design with the daytime running lights on top and the main projector beams on the bottom. The lower front end, at least from what we can tell right now, kind of looks similar to the new Fusion Focus that's not available in the United States. The Focus ST specifically. I don't really know exactly what this is going to look like, but this is what I put on. And I'm predicting there's going to be some sort of a little bit of cladding on the sides to make it look a little bit more off-roady and aggressive. So I took that from a Volvo V90 cross country, actually. Kind of added, well, yeah, see the Volvo wheels on there as well. Kind of a funny look. And the hatchback part was actually from a Focus ST Fastback as well. This is actually, the Wagon version of the Focus ST. Just a general idea to give you a kind of idea what it looks like. There are some spy shots from our friends over at Coches PS out of Spain that have some better images of what it looks like on the front end. Very similar to this as well. And the interior is really interesting too. If we can look at some of these spy shots over here from Coches PS, the interior has this massive, absolutely massive display going across. It looks just like a Mercedes display actually, and we are seeing this already on new Ford products in China. So it's going to be interesting to see if they bring this display that they really only have in overseas markets over to the United States market. And like I said, again, this is going to be sort of a lifted wagon fastback crossover thing to take on the Subaru Outback. So we're not really, no one really knows what's going to be powering it exactly, but this is Ford, and they are very happy to use their EcoBoost engines in literally everything they have. So I wouldn't be surprised if they use a EcoBoost 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that's in there. Power outputs could be somewhere in the 180 to 250 horsepower range, depending on what they offer. They want to do. There should be an 8-speed automatic gearbox paired to this. And people have been talking about a plug-in hybrid or a hybrid version of that coming in the future, so I wouldn't be surprised if that comes along later down the road. But this is looking pretty close to production already, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see this in the next few months. Again, expect pricing to be similar around a Subaru Outback, so it could be starting around $27,000 and going up from there, depending on options. As of right now, there could be an ST version. There was a spy shot of it with red brake calipers and dark wheels, so that could be hinting towards something. And we don't really have a good idea of what the back end looks like just yet. But again, expect it to look a little bit like the Evos concept, especially from looking at the taillights that have been spied. They do look a little bit like that shape. So again, this is just a quick video showing about the render I just quickly did to kind of give you guys an idea of what this new Ford Fusion Active looks like and some of the news and information that we have on it as of right now. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for more.